Hey everyone, come once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Go Go Lose a Ranger episode 11. Now, after this episode, I would say after episode 12, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a split season. First season, this is part 1, season 1, part 2 afterwards, maybe in the fall, maybe. So, I'm probably pretty sure this is going to be a split first season, so very positive on that, so sorry about that. But episode 11, it was a very, once again, great episode. Like I said, this show has been very unique in many ways, and a lot of it was pretty good character developments for the certain characters, especially with Dee, and recently of the blue Dragon Keeper, or the Blue Ranger, especially on him because now in this episode we get his backstory, how he became the Blue Ranger because the next Blue Ranger because in the flashback um when we see that he was a criminal working for this gang, getting money, when we see the 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 Red Ranger, the who's still the Red Ranger to this day, foiling their plans, and we have Blue Ranger. He was like the leader of this gang, right? And then he goes to this one guy who I guess who was a previous Blue Ranger, saying that hey, he wants to, be fight for the side of kids and children, right? And so then when he gets set up, him and his gang gets set up, he goes to this one guy who was part of it though, but it turns out he was actually a boss monster, right, in disguise, and scarred his face up, and that's how we see why the Blue Ranger, he has all, like, you see when he's smiling and all that stuff, you see the scars on his face. That's how he got it on his face now. And so with the current Red Ranger, who still is, talking to him with his face wrapped up, saying, hey, you want to avenge, for fighting, get revenge on the monster that did this to you, and also just help, fight for justice, but one thing they say, he's the guy, like I said, he's not the guy, Blue Ranger, he's not evil, and he's not evil at all, recently, we just see from his perspective why he wants to wipe out the monsters and all that stuff, right? So this with this backstory and how he became the Blue Ranger, it just makes me totally tries to make us sympathize with him, which I totally understand from his perspective. I can totally understand it, and so he receives that's when he gets to receive the divine artifact, becomes the Blue Ranger, and up to the current day where they're facing off against Poldraw, Patrolla. And one thing I didn't expect was one of the deaths of one of the cadets, which probably assumes so, but I didn't expect who was it going to be, right? Of course, it was the guy named Ichikawa, who he was the guy who had like the thin. Well, I know, but he had the thin mustache, and he still managed to speak after having, despite having a gaping hole that was going through him, right? And with D, he had this brilliant plan. Of course, when Patrolla had one of the girls hostage, right, holding her as a hostage, and having try to have everyone lower their, just drop your weapons, which D tells him to. I was like, why, Hibiki, what are you doing? That's crazy. We need him. But they'll do it anyway. They'll put him down on the floor, but one thing leads to another, that it was actually a fake out. Like the weapons were part of him. So yeah, he made them from himself, while the other recruits, they get the jump on him and they basically just cut him down to size, cut him to pieces. I'm like, yeah, that was pretty satisfying too. And um and like all the little birdies, they try to get away but they get destroyed, the birdie versions of him. And then by the end of the episode, D reveals himself to Blue Keeper. It's like, hey, we're not finished yet. There's one more enemy, and that's me. I'm like, man, where is this show keeps on going? Although this twist, all thought he was not gonna reveal himself. Now he is now, because we think he's trying to. Well, to be fair, a few episodes ago, he did almost try to kill him. He almost did get the upper hand if it wasn't that shield that Bluekeeper had. So maybe he's trying to take him on again, But this time, will he try to kill him? Probably not. I have no idea. So see how the last episode. Well, for now though, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a split season. So, but episode 11, it was a very satisfying episode. With Patrolla getting destroyed and getting Bluekeeper's backstory, how he became the Blue Ranger, basically. So, but episode 11 was a really great episode. Like I said, the show has been absolutely amazing to watch. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the long-awaited, the week delayed train to the end of the world, and we'll see y'all later.